Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening and watching. My name is Nefertiti, and you can find my information in the description box below. An energy update being recorded on July 7th, and we'll go through July 14th, 2020. Just wrapping up a very powerful Capricorn full moon eclipse. This eclipse had us really thinking about our boundaries, our personal power, the things in our life that we can control. This eclipse was also about secrets and scandals, things being revealed. So we saw a lot of news about Jada and Giselle. So basically this full moon was about releasing and revealing emotional imbalances and areas of our lives where we're not really practicing a lot of integrity with ourselves. I've mentioned in my past video how this has been a very challenging time for me, and just in general with the collective and a lot of spiritual teachers. We're really being asked to evaluate our purpose, review some of the things that we feel we need to be doing, that we should be doing, and really asking ourselves whether or not these situations, these circumstances, these activities serve us in a positive way. This Capricorn full moon eclipse was really about practical magic. And that's going to lead us right into the channeled messages that I got. Practical magic, which is about setting goals and achieving them, finding ways to win in your everyday life, and being consistent. We are multidimensional beings, so it's very important that we're able to function and operate on different levels of being in existence. We should be able to pay our bills and take care of ourselves on a physical level and still be connected to spirit at all times. Be in tune with ourselves, trusting our intuition and following it. Humans are easily manipulated because we complicate things. Most of the life truths, the things that we know to really help us live authentic, purpose-filled lives are very simple. They're very profound, but we complicate things through our resistance, through our fear, and our unwillingness to make adjustments. Another message that I got with this energy of this week and really for this full month is Empath Shadow Traits coming to the surface. As an empath, we are very sensitive. We pick up on the energies around us. Empathic shadow traits. These are things like codependency, neediness, feeling like a victim, feeling like a martyr. Another empathic shadow trait is always focusing on love and light. That is not the reality of the world we live in. And I feel like the current events are really showing this to people, that we can no longer do the spiritual bypassing that we've been doing. We have real issues to deal with now, and that's going to involve us really looking at the negativity, going into that darkness, and healing ourselves, not being afraid to do the shadow work. Another message that came through was practicing discernment. And in practical terms, that means if it is true, that it will feel true. Logic is only a part of that equation. So we have to trust our discernment, trust our intuition, and know what's being presented to us. If it doesn't resonate, if it doesn't feel right, then it's not the right information for us, or it's probably not even true. The easiest way to surrender to a situation is to focus on something else. This means that you have to physically take action. So, for example, when I find myself becoming emotionally overwhelmed, which has been the situation for the past couple of weeks, the way that I shift my energy is to watch something funny. I love watching goofy animal videos, gym fails, anything that's going to make me laugh, because laughter immediately shifts your vibration. It immediately takes your thinking away from that thing that you're worried about, that you're concerned about, that you have no control over. So that's what works for me. You need to figure out what works for you, because nothing happens until something moves. Another message that I got was that we need to always be asking why. There are a lot of things going on in the world that we currently live in, a lot of rules in place, a lot of things that we're being asked to do on a daily basis. And we need to ask why. Now, I'm not saying, for example, that we don't wear the mask when we go into stores or anywhere that's requiring us to wear a mask. I'm not saying to be totally just oblivious to what's going on and not just wanting to be difficult. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just asking us all to really activate and practice using our sovereignty, knowing what's true for you, knowing what is truth, and acting from that. And if something is being presented to you that does not feel like it's in alignment, ask yourself why. What is that person's motivation for presenting this material? Even though they're telling me one thing, what is it that I'm feeling? And then ask why. Why does this person feel like they need to present this information to me in this way? Another message, and the last one that I got, was resistance is what creates strength. So a lot of people are waking up right now. We know this. A lot of people are asking why. And there are a lot of people still resisting what's going on in this world. A lot of people still believe that things are going to go back to normal, that this will all be over soon. I'm sorry to tell you that we are going to be in this energy of transformation, of upheaval for the next couple of years. So yes, this is the quote unquote new normal. So instead of resisting it, ask yourself, how can you utilize this time? And what am I supposed to be learning from all of this that's going on? And how can I contribute to creating a better world? Maybe that means you focus on your health so that you're more resistant to viruses and bacteria. Maybe that means you contribute in the way that you've always wanted to whatever cause or charity or particular organization that you want to get involved in. But most importantly, trusting your intuition, trusting that you are in the right place at the right time, that you signed up for this, that you have all of the tools, the knowledge, the skills to persevere, to endure during this time. You might not have access to all of this information yet. And that's where meditation comes in. That's where connecting to divinity comes in, so that you can unpack the messages that are already within you, that are already coded within your DNA, because you knew that you would come here at this time for this great change and awakening. So let's move on to the astrology. On July 11th, we have Chiron retrograde. Now, Chiron is an asteroid that acts like a planet in our astrology. It was actually discovered in 1977. But Chiron is the wounded healer, helping us to really heal those inner child wounds, especially as he transits through Aries. We're also going to be evaluating failed relationships from an empowered point of view. And we're going to be willing to make the changes within ourselves to attract healthy relationships, new relationships. Chiron retrograde in Aries to me is also about self-love and self-parenting. The majority of us grew up in dysfunctional homes. And remember that people can only teach us what they know. As adults, it's our responsibility to learn what we need to learn, to nurture ourselves in the way that we feel we need to, in a way maybe we haven't been, but now we have the energy available to us to do that. On July 12th, Mercury is stationing direct in Cancer. Now, whenever Mercury is retrograding or stationing direct, those couple of days is when Mercury's energy is most intense. So we could be feeling a lot more emotional, more confused. This is another day for a lot of spontaneous emotional release. This is not the best time to make decisions or sign contracts, especially to get married. This is great for slowing down and allowing yourself to come back online, which usually takes about a week for Mercury. So let's move on to the Oracle cards. And I was led to the Angels and Ancestors deck, and we had 3 cards come up: Guardian, Angel, Drum, and Autumn. The bottom of the deck is Mother Earth. To me, this is about paying attention to the synchronicities, especially with this guardian angel card. You are not alone. Synchronicities are always heightened around eclipse time and around high energetic portal dates. So definitely right now, we're seeing a lot of like number synchronicities, spirit animals, because the universe is supporting us as we go through this transition, an intense transformation. But you have to allow yourself to see them. Introspection, meditation, and connecting to spirit guides and animals are also the energies being presented with this card. Drum, this is always indicative to me of more meditation, perhaps doing some journeying work so that you can connect to your guides. Use whatever method works for you. You can do a simple prayer, or you can actually do a ritual. Again, whatever works. This is a major time of release for sure. If you're an empath, then it's necessary for you to practice extreme self-care. It's almost mandatory for the next couple of weeks. But this really goes for everyone, especially empaths though. We're going to be very open as we're going through this emotional purging, emotional healing. And as empaths, we're already vulnerable to energies, so extreme self-care. We're giving birth to a new world. That's indicated with this Mother Earth card. And anyone who's been pregnant knows that it's not always a pleasant experience. The butterflies around Mother Earth symbolize this transformation, and the fact that she's naked is also an indication that we're feeling vulnerable at this time, and it's okay to feel vulnerable. Vulnerability is the key to having healthy connections, having healthy relationships, and being authentic. Notice that there are moons in all of these cards. This is indicating that you need to trust your intuition. There are things going on that have not been revealed, things going on behind the scenes that we don't know about, things that could be deceptive or sneaky. So it's very important that we trust our intuition and be very discerning about the information coming in from the media, even information that we're getting through our meditations. Always check with your guides to make sure that the information you're getting is aligned, and especially if you're going into meditation with the purpose of connecting to your spirit guides, always ask anyone that shows up or any animal that shows up if they are of love and light. If they're not, you'll probably see them dissolve or you'll feel their energy release. But you only want to connect to spirit guides, to spirit animals that are here to support you, that are here to help you, that are here to help you stay in alignment. These cards also indicate that balance is being restored. And this is going to happen through you learning to mother yourself. Again, healing those childhood wounds. This energy is still very up and down. So the rest card, the autumn card, is indicating that we need to pull our energy back and allow the old to leave our life with love and gratitude. The card also indicates, along with the drum card and the Mother Earth card, the cyclical nature of life. Things are born, they grow, and they die, and then they're regenerated, transmuted, transformed to be born again. Pay attention to your dreams. Focus on your dreams, stay focused on your vision, and know that you are not alone. You have support. Call on your angels and guides whenever you need assistance, even with the practical things, even with the mundane things. They really want to help us with our practical affairs right now. I'm really feeling that energy. Let's move on to the angel number, and the number that came up was 852. This is a practical number. It's asking us to have faith and trust in all of the changes that we're making, all of the changes that are taking place. Stay focused on our vision. As light workers, we're staying focused on that 2020 clear vision, clarity, authenticity, sovereignty, power. Focus on your heart. Focus on your heart's desires and don't second guess yourself or your decisions. This number is also about us overcoming our perceived limitations and believing in ourselves. Let's move on to the crystal. And red jasper showed up. Red jasper is a root chakra stone, but can be used with all of the lower chakras. It's a spiritual grounding crystal helping us connect to Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. This stone has a very slow, gradual vibration, which will help us to integrate energies over time in a balanced way. This is a great crystal for regaining emotional equilibrium and stability, especially after these past couple of weeks of all of the emotional upheaval and up and down. This stone will also help you with deep insight into the difficulties and struggles you've been having in your life. Red jasper is also great for releasing suppressed emotions. A transformation stone, red jasper, will help you to raise your kundalini if that's something you are interested in doing. Remember that this could also happen spontaneously. Red jasper will help you to set personal boundaries and help you to make sense of all of the changes that are taking place. Red jasper is also a stone of endurance. It'll help to boost your energy for exercise or other physical activity, and it supports your circulatory and immune systems. I love using red jasper, and I will use it over time. I'll use it for like several months, and it just really helps me to kind of slow down, stay present, but also to make gradual progress. Let's move on to the spirit animal, and the snail showed up. The snail's message is to slow down, stay grounded. The snail also speaks to self-reliance and knowing that any pace is a good pace. There will always be work to do, so don't cause yourself any extra stress. The snail spirit is also helpful with time management, the block scheduling system. You've heard me talk about this in a lot of videos. I think it's very, very great for anybody that struggles with managing their time and their calendar. The snail also speaks to staying present and also being okay with feeling vulnerable and slow with this energy, because this is what we're dealing with right now. We've got 6 retrograde planets. We're coming out of eclipse season, and eclipse energy can last for up to 6 months. And these retrogrades are going to be with us for a while as well. So let's slow down and go with the flow. Patience and perseverance are going to be absolutely necessary at this time. So thank you so much for listening and watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I look forward to speaking to you again really, really soon. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.